Hello everyone. Okay, so this will be the next one in the February Love Series. These are spreads for yourself or your relationships. This one was found by a friend. It says at Emerald Lotus Mystic, so I'm assuming that that is who created this. So I want to give a shout out to whoever that is, because I know my friend probably found these online, and we used them online in like our tarot classes to learn how to do spreads. And basically it's kind of open for people to do a spread to learn about themselves or about their relationships and then come talk about it sometimes. So that's kind of what we're doing here in a few days. So I'm doing these spreads online for you. So I just want to make sure I give credit where credit due. That's the only thing that's written on this besides the spread itself. So Emerald Lotus Mystic, I don't know who you are, but thank you for this spread. It's appreciated. And I did not find it. Someone else found it and posted it for us to look at, because it is a really good spread. It's 5 cards. This is a tarot spread for those of you that are in a relationship. I'm going to include those of you that started dating and you've been dating for a while, and maybe you're hoping for it to go exclusive or to be an official relationship. Maybe you're hoping for it to take that next step into moving in together or what it is, but some people don't always define or label their relationship. So whatever it is, for those of you that are already in a relationship, you might be already living together, who knows? And this relationship could be for people who are already married, who knows? I say that because, you do get future possibilities and are, probable outcomes. Please keep in mind probabilities and possibilities. This doesn't mean, no, well, let me just say, nothing is written in stone. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. And I just want to thank those of you tuning in who have subscribed, liked, and or commented on a lot of the shorts and other ones. I'm hoping so my longer readings will take off here too, because there's a lot of good information in them, but I am trying to shorten them for you. So much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So here we go. Tarot spread for your relationship. So 5 cards. The first one we're starting with is in the middle. And this one is the current energy of your relationship. So I like this. This is 6 of Wands. This means right now your relationship is successful. You're like, yeah, it's going well. There's a lot of recognition on both parts, very mutual. I like that. And I like that she's moving forward. So your relationship is making forward progress, which is terrific. I don't know how new it is for some of you or how long some of you have been together, but there's always going to be those ups and downs and fights. And so it happens. Every relationship has it. So, but you're in a good place. This is a good starting spot to be in. So number 2 is up here. This is the key strength of your relationship. The Queen of Cups. I like this because this means that there's an emotional connection. For me, when people want relationships, an emotional connection is a must for me. It's good to have intellectual as well. And I think that's here. But I just think that having, the trifecta is good. If you only have physical, I don't see it working out long term, just because like physical can't hold you together. Because at some point, physical is going to go away. It's not going to be as important. Looks fade and the physical stuff fades. And sometimes you grow old together. And when you grow old together, can you still have good conversations? Can you still emotionally connect? That's going to be important. So this emotional connection, that's a strength for you guys. Very important for both of you. So I love seeing that here. That's a good sign too. Now on the third one is the key challenge of the relationship. Right away, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords have popped up in the last one. But in this one, it's all about thoughts and communication. You might be overthinkers. You might overanalyze things. You're like, what did he say that? What did he mean by that? Why would she do that? Is she doing that because she doesn't like me? Like, you're just sitting there thinking about all these things, and you're blowing it out of proportion, so quit. But the other thing is communication. That's the key challenge of your relationship. If you sit there and overanalyze and think about it, stop doing that. Like, just ask. You have to learn to talk to each other. You have to learn to communicate in a healthy manner. It's not the easiest, but you know what? If you can find a course or do a counseling session together as a couple, I really do think that it is beneficial. If not, then get a book on it and read it. If you're both willing to try something if you have to Google something, be like, how do we make our relationship better? How do we better communicate, and follow that? But the best thing to do is be open and honest with each other. Tell each other, I feel like this. When you say this, it makes me feel like this. Because it's best to don't say don't accuse. It's that's something that a lot of us, all of us have done it, made mistakes, and that doesn't help communication. It actually just closes it down. So try to communicate in a healthy manner. Don't hold back. Make sure you're speaking up for yourself. Your voice should be heard, and your partner should be willing to listen. With that being said, something that your relationship requires is number 4. It's over here. Your relationship is requiring space. It's like, I don't mean like you break up, take a break, that kind of thing. It requires distance. She's trying to keep people away. Okay, let me take it back. My brain is thinking faster than my mouth can move. Sorry. But I want to say you need space. You need distance. And I mean this as in, don't be clingy. Don't be codependent. Clingy people, it's one thing to be clingy, but it seems cute at first, but then it'll grow on your nerves after a while. It'll be too clingy. Oh, where are you going? What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Like, no, get off me. You need to have time with your friends and family. They need to have time with their friends and family. You need to have time together, but you also need time for yourselves apart. So, and then sometimes you can have everybody together. You can be together with your friends and your family. There's a time for everything, but the problem is that you revolve around each other like, it's like you're in the solar system. You guys are revolving around each other like you're 2 moons. Where's the planet? Like, you kind of like, you're the planet and they're the moon, and to them, like, they're the planet and you're the moon, and like, you're revolving. You're always spending every waking minute together, always doing stuff together. I mean, that can be fun and all if you enjoy it, but at some point it might break you down. So you need to have time for yourself. Like, if you need time to just I just want to sit back and breathe and, read a good book, or send your partner to get a massage, or, take a walk or something. And you can do these things together, but just figure out what things you want to do together, and what things are you not interested in your partner's life that you guys could do on your own, and be like, oh yeah, go ahead. If your friends like to, like, honey, go ahead and go play golf with your friends. I can't stand golf. I don't care. Just please come home if it's going to storm. I don't want you to get struck by lightning. Of course, I would think those things. But, yeah, go ahead. Or if she needs a girls' night out, you've got to have a partner that loves you and trusts you. And it's like, okay, have fun, and they know that you're not going to go out and get with someone else. It's just a matter of you needing those social interactions, because you can't get everything out of one person. As much as we want that, you could have someone that's your everything, but you still need your bestie sometimes, or, you want to talk to that family member, or you talk about things going on then. And if you ever have an issue and you kind of like, well, this is going on and we're getting along well, but sometimes, he doesn't do the dishes and it drives me nuts. Like, you can't tell him that. I mean, you can have a conversation with him, but sometimes it's good, like, just to have these conversations with your friends, You need friends that are trustworthy and close to you so that you can talk to them. So I think it's very important that you not be too clingy. It's good to have that affection and that time together, but learn how to balance it between, doing your own thing, being with friends and family, and then being together. So those should be like separate things. And if you live together, it's kind of hard to do, but you can still do your separate things. Like, okay, I'm going to go up here and do this, and I'm going to go down here. Like, I'm not gonna text you or come up and bother you or do anything. And some people, they're always coming up and they're bothering people, and, so just remember to respect each other's boundaries with that space, because, that could end up being, that's something that's going to end up being an issue in this relationship, because that leads us to the future possibility of the relationship, which it came out as a 10 of Wands. 10s are endings. They can be renewals too. So the possibilities here are basically that this relationship could be a big burden for you. I mean, they're carrying all these heavy sticks. It's a burden. You don't want to carry a burden. You don't want to carry your relationship as a burden. I mean, it should be, relationships are hard work. Having a partner, it's hard work, and both people should be putting in equal effort. But at the same time, when you're in a good relationship with healthy communication, it feels effortless. And it should feel effortless. Yeah, I lost my train of thought for a minute. It derailed. Dang it, I try not to do these things. This happens. It's like, ooh, shiny things. Here we go. I'm working on it. My brain is moving so fast right now. But yes, you don't want your relationship to become a burden that you have to carry. Because then it becomes a weight, and then you start dreading having to go home and deal with that person. Because either they're not communicating with you properly, or they're not listening to what you're communicating to them. That's going to be the problem. And not getting enough distance. Like, okay, yeah, let's be together. Let's do this, honey. Let's have dinner and watch TV and hug and hold hands and cuddle and all of this. And that's great. If you love it, do it. But at some point when you feel like, oh, I need to peel off of you. I'm sweaty and gross. And I just need some air over here. Do you mind? And if this person gets upset and they don't understand that you're communicating with them, hey, I just need a little bit of space. We're still here, still love you, but I just need that space. I just need to cool off a little bit. Do we have to hold hands? It doesn't mean I don't love you if I don't hold your hand at every waking minute. It doesn't mean I don't love you if we can't cuddle every night, or we don't, have to eat at the dinner table or watch a movie every single, you don't have to. Don't fall into those old routines. You have to find ways to fall in love with each other again every day. And there's times when people love doing that and they love spending time together. That's great. But just remember, everybody, it's a balance. It's a balance. So, these could be a problem that could end the relationship. But at the same time, I say that it doesn't have to be. There could be a renewal. Some of these things could come to a head until you actually learn to communicate. Now, if you learn to communicate and you get your space when you need your space, and you balance it all out, this is a renewal. This is where you're like, you can put that down and you're going to be like, oh, this feels great. Like, it feels effortless now. It doesn't feel like I'm carrying a weight on me. So that's kind of where we are. And with the Oracle, and this is Queen of the Moon Oracle, I'm loving using this right now. You've got a Beaver Moon, number 39. It's creation. I like it. This gives me, oh gosh. So it reduces to 12, which reduces to 3. 3 is Empress energy, and Empress is loving, it's nurturing, a lot of new ideas and things like that. So I feel like that's saying keep it fresh. Keep the relationship fresh by always coming up with different things. You don't have to stay in every night, but you don't have to go out every night either. Again, balance, balance, balance. I see balance is what's needed in this relationship. With the creation, there's a lot of great ideas here. I see those blueprints, and it makes me feel like if the outcome of this relationship, the possibility is that it won't work out, I don't want you to freak out, but I do want to say, if you're already in a place where maybe you've been dating for a while and you are noticing the little issues are getting to you, and you're like, that makes sense to me, then I feel like the blueprints are saying with creation that in a way God has other plans for you, or both of you. Excuse me. But that's what I'm trying to say. I feel like, or source, God, source, spirit, the universe is always working behind the scenes. If there is a plan, if there is a fate, a destiny, I'm getting it through this card because I feel like you and your person, there's a reason you're together now, but there's a chance that if you do, if you're meant to be together, then it's going to be in the plans. And if you're not, then you both might be meant for someone else somewhere else. I don't want that to scare you, in a way, but I want to prepare you because I've been in a relationship that I thought were going to last forever too. And nope, it didn't. But then better things happen. Better people come along. And, someday when you get older and everything, you're going to be like, oh, I get it now. I get why it didn't work out. It makes so much sense. So I hope that makes sense to you. So for the majority of you, hey, things are going great right now. Go with the flow. If this is who you're with, this is where you're meant to be right now. It's part of your plan. Go with it. But if you can't communicate and they don't respect your boundaries or what you need, or you don't respect theirs, that's going to cause a problem. It's going to cause a problem in the relationship. And that could end up ending it later on. So if you want it to work out, you really got to try your best. If it doesn't work out, it just wasn't meant to be. And if it does, great. You've done the work. It'll start to feel effortless because you're doing the work together. So I hope this was helpful for your relationship. And good luck, guys.